So you've got a pile of stuff and you want it moved. You need a material handler. And here is one. It's NZG's model of the LH22M, and it's a material handler machine by Liebherr. If we look at the end of the box, we see that this is model number 10011, and that gives us a clue because this model first appeared as model 1001 back in 2019. So this is an updated version of the previous model. Two big trays and the top is marked top, and so full of confidence we can lift it off. There we see the model sitting nice and comfortably in the tray, and the giant hand material handlers lift it carefully out. Also included in the box is a small bag containing a spare pin for fixing on the grab. After that there's just a piece of shipping tape to remove. No assembly, it is complete out of the box. Before we start, just a reminder that you can see a lot more about models on the Cranes Etc. website, and the link to it is in the video description below. Also, if you want to know where you can buy scale models, then you can click on links on the website, including those in the shopping mall. And listed here are dealers that sell models in countries across the world. Looking underneath, we can see that the carrier's not changed because it's got the same old model number, and most of what you see here is metal, with just the central transfer box and drive shafts being plastic. The tyres have got a nice tread pattern, and there's some nice metalwork between the wheels, and the outrigger boxes are metal also. The tyres are mounted on good-looking detailed wheels, and if we look at the modelling between the wheels, it's also very pleasing. There are some decent steps leading up to where the cab sits when it's parked, and the outriggers are very nice because all parts are made of metal. The cab detailing is high quality with nice tinted windows and metal grab rails, and there's also an aerial at the top. The smaller details are also really good with a highlighted door handle and tiny graphics. Other handrails on the model are also in metal, and this grille is represented by graphics, and there are more small graphics on the side. At the back, the Liebherr name is embossed, and there are some slightly different graphics from the previous version of the model. The detailing on the side of the body is very good, and that includes more use of graphics for grills. The detailing is at its best probably on the top of the model with etched grills, and lots of separately highlighted components. A nice aspect of the detailing are the many soft hydraulic hoses, and they run up to the boom as well. Indeed, the hydraulics detailing throughout is really good on this model, and that includes hoses running to the hydraulic rams. The hoses continue over the top of the stick, and they run to supply power to the tool at the end. There are chevrons applied, and the work lights are also modelled, and a nice touch is the very thin connection pins. The grab is all metal and is really good, and the two jaws have got etched holes in them. With the model on its back, we can see that the wheels all turn independently, although in this case we need to adjust the tyres on the wheels a little bit to get them to roll more truly. At the front, the axle oscillates to enable the machine to run more evenly over rough terrain, and the axle also steers, and actually the range of movement is better than on the first version of the model that was reviewed. In terms of rolling, the LH22 does well enough, but if you want to rotate the machine and use it, you need to give it some stability, and that's where the outriggers come in. They are actually quite stiff, which is good because it means they'll hold a pose, and they will easily hold the model up so that it is wheels free, although in this case the operator needs to do a better job of getting the pads properly down. In terms of rotating the model, it spins around nicely enough, and one feature you'll often see on a materials handling machine is that the cab can be raised, and this is good for the operator because he just knows that he's on a higher plane than everybody else. But operators like that do have to be brought down to earth, and he's lucky that in this case it's a smooth ride. One test we like to do on a model like this is to test its stability. And even though the grab is metal, you can stretch out the boom and stick and it won't drop down, and also the stability of the model is very good. The hydraulic rams are all reasonably stiff, so you can set any pose that you want. Looking at the tool, that's very flexible. You can rotate it fully. And of course you can certainly have a grab when you want one. It's always good when the tool at the end of the stick is removable, and on this model there's just a single steel pin to remove. With that we can take the grab off and fold up the machine for transport, but the stick doesn't quite fully retract and there's a bit of piston showing. This is a very nice quality model of the LH22M from NZG. It is a minor update of the previous model with some changed decoration, and the steering axle performed better on the review model. So the detail and functionality add up to a model which is very good.